mic. You couldn't even hear me. You couldn't even hear me. But man, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. It's been a crazy couple of weeks for Christian hip hop. A lot of folks with a lot of different things to say. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna preface this before I start anything else by like saying I'm not the Cape Crusader. I'm not the Cape Crusader for this space. I'm not the Cape Crusader for what's right and what's wrong. I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious about the reception. And a little bit is disturbed the right word? Maybe disturbed by the like behind the scenes stuff. I don't want to like expose folks or anything like that, but I am curious to see like how this comes out in the wash. You feel me? Of just different people's motives for making Christian art, different people's processes turning into a little more thought through processes. But I'm not gonna say too much else. I'm just gonna go straight to it, bruh. Because this should get very interesting.
Yo, I've been working on my sassy mannerisms. Rate it out of 10, guys, and let me know how.
Already ridiculous. For reference, I watched like maybe the first 5 minutes of this video, and there were points that were made, just little stuff that I was just like, kind of, he's kind of right, you know. I'm not mad at it.
Oh my god! Why am I guess sound like it farting? Hello guys, welcome back to the Balarki channel. My name is Balarki, welcome. In today's video we've got one that I've actually been planning for a while now. It's been in the notes ever since I saw one of the videos on Instagram, I think it was. But we need to talk about this because it's serious and serious dog shit.
Oh,
So there's this new...
also before we get started, for anybody that's watching this, of course, excuse me for missing it, language warning. So if you're like, I can't deal with cuss words, I can't deal with so and so, you probably want to do something different.
wave of music going around recently, and it's called Christian rap, and basically it's Christian rappers trying to make like rap.
It's not a new wave though. It's not a new wave. It's been around since hold on. This is not a new wave. This is not a new wave. This is not part of the wave. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Somebody might body me for that one.
But trying to change the world, being like, huh, no drugs, no violence, guys. Let's rap about God, basically. It sounds cool until you actually listen to it. So I've saved a few, and we're also just gonna go search on TikTok and stuff Christian rap because listen to no violence, guys. Let's rap about God, basically. It sounds cool until you actually listen to it. So I've saved a few, and
so the idea of that sounds cool until you listen to it. So it's almost like folks aren't upset with the message, and that's funny because a lot of Christians and Christian artists will be like, they just don't want our message to be on so and so and such, and they don't want us to have this platform because, like, you know, the music industry and satanic and everything else. When genuinely a lot of times it's just the Sonics. It's just the Sonics. The Sonics are boring, but okay.
And we're also just gonna go search on TikTok and stuff Christian rap because I'm telling you, majority of them, like, I wouldn't even say majority, I'd say 99.9% of them suck, serious Pete. So today we're gonna be taking...
Alright, I would try not to pause it too much, but 99.9% sucking is a little bit of a stretch. It's a little bit of a stretch. We got some cool folks, you know what I'm saying? This person might be new to it, so it might be a whole different ball game, but there's some cool folks out here.
Take a look at these Christian rap artists and see if it be going crazy. Alright, let's see if it clumps. That's the new word. See if it clumps. Oh yeah, I thought I'd mention, by the way, before I roll the intro, I don't hate Christians, alright? Just because I'm criticizing their music doesn't mean I hate the fucking religion. Alright, yeah, now it's done. We can roll the freaking intro. know what? I'm gonna use my phone today. It feels like it's been a while since I've used my phone. All right, guys. So we're gonna be going on Instagram first, and then we're gonna go on TikTok later on. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go and look at the ones I've saved first. It's kind of like the VTuber one. I've saved a few, and then we're gonna go. You know, gave up a 5-figure income to write songs with Christian values for Gen Z. Yo, I've got some news for you. Go back.
Don't be late to church.
That's not real. That's not real. That's not real.
This one's got me. Okay,
Yeah,
this one might
no,
be fake.
that one was not real. That one was not real.
It sounds like a South Park character.
Early.
Alright, whatever, man.
That's not real.
I think I thought I found it funny. I'm pretty sure he's making fun of him.
I think I think I like randomly saw Shorty like scrolling through the reels. This one was interesting.
Wasting time for nothing but this sinful crime. I'm not a Polish dime. I don't have to impress a guy. Died to my.
This nigga is trash. Once again, I say this every time someone's garbage. Who's letting them walk out the studio like that?
It's a progression thing. I feel like she's got enough flow. She's got enough feel to where this could work with a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of work.
Oh my god. Oh, this kid. Okay. It's bad. Don't get me wrong.
I remember this kid.
Okay,
I remember seeing this kid. Find this kid.
He got some water gun. Now I gotta run. Dun, 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 dun. La, 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 la. God, I wanna lift you up. Come and hum and hum and hum. I just got hit with his love. Holy Ghost.
Why does he sound like Trippie Redd?
Got me praying in tongues. What the ta, 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 ta. Jesus.
Kid kind of looks scary. But nah, I remember first finding this kid on Reels. And I was like, it's not me. Like I'm not rocking with it, but folks is. And it's dope to see somebody that young willing to kind of put themselves out there on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at it.
You are really fun.
Shout out to Jesus. POV, you found the Christian version of Ice Spice.
I
What
forgot
is
about this part.
spunky ass beat?
Trina. I like this song though. I like this song.
Yup. Alright, we see you, girl. Straight shit.
Jit hater. Yeah, I was not rocking with this.
You got me trying to. The remixes. Don't get me started on the remixes. They are
I choose not to talk about these because, well,
seriously AIDS.
Reading his word, make a demon on shook. Full gospel, got me all hooked. Reading about Jesus, I know he gon' cook.
Stop, bro. Stop.
Like demons, they know it's the end. And the lust.
I be finding this guy everywhere, and he's like a jump scare on my For You page. Half the time I don't know what he's talking about. Like I said, there's so much progression that has to happen, but it's also like, I think Derek Minor said it today, bro. It's really folks gotta like be able to be quiet and just be in front of God and let him like talk to you and inspire you, and then show you how to inspire folks. Because I think that's one of the main issues with Christian hip hop is like there's no character to be inspired by. Your songs can inspire me because you're telling me what to do, but because I don't know a lot about a lot of the artists and their lives and how they live, because they don't talk about it too much in their songs, there's nothing for me to follow and be inspired by. I think that's one of the things that just kind of goes missing. We gotta edify each other in this space. It's because we Christian don't make us top tier artists. The heart be there though. No, the heart definitely be there. The heart is there often, bro. But sometimes the talent, the skill, the expertise is not, and it's not even being looked for. Like it's not even like you're not even trying to be better. You just found a beat and you want to rap on it, which ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's bad. But just know that like because you're a messenger, because it's like people are looking at us as a collective, they're seeing this when they type in, you know, Christian rap. And in between something that might be super fire or whatever, you get this. And of course that comes with territory of any rap genre, you know what I'm saying? But it's tougher when it's Christian rap because for me, like I'm a part of the family. I'm a part of Christian rap. Like I'm not the person that's like I'm CHH or Jason or CHH whatever. Like I am a Christian rap producer. You feel me? And when I see, like, when I look around at the landscape of where I am, there's moments where I'm like, oh yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and this is all beautiful. Everybody's growing, but then there's parts where I'm like, oh, this looks pitiful. This looks bad.
Pride dead, like they will never pull up again. I give all praises for this for the man.
Guys, am I tripping or is this just arse, man?
So here's a Christian rap playlist, so you can roll.
But like, what is the target audience for this?
What the shit?
I'm Christian.
No, that's a really good question though too. It's like, at what point are we going to realize that like we're being watched and the entire world is not against us? You feel me? Like the world as a mindset is what is against us, but the world as a people are not. And you have to be able to like relate. And the only way you can relate with the world is not by like doing worldly things, but being a human. Because that's the one thing that is relatable to everyone, everyone on this earth. So being a human in your emotions, being a human in your reactions, being a human in your feelings, being a human even in your devotion, being a human in your relationship with God. I think once we have more music that sounds more like that and a lot less like, let me show you that I can rap, we might get somewhere. But hey, I'm still figuring stuff out too. I'm not shooting anybody down.
But I don't want to delete Playboy Carti songs.
Yo, yo.
This is Laz?
Yo, they said Jesus dead. Oh girl, look at him. Oh girl, look at him.
So we're literally just taking normal songs and just putting Jesus in it. This is
Yikes.
not this shit. That's not the same as listening to
I
Carti,
posted
man.
this part. I posted this part. Hey, before we get going, shout out Big Nick though. Shout out Big Nick for the change that he's made in his life and how he is going and being on fire for God. I know he's about to tweak out on him for sure. 'Cause, you know, some of the stuff I don't like. Like, I'll be honest, musically, I don't like it. Some of this music I don't like, and that's, you know, subjective for sure. But some of it is a matter of like this is good music and this is not. You feel me? But at the same time, it's only I feel like it's only Christian rap that constantly waves the flag of like, that's your opinion. It's subjective. That's your opinion. It's subjective. I don't see anybody else doing that when it comes down to like the coolness of rap. It being cool and not corny. It being so and so and such and such. Like, I think I saw something, and I'm gonna watch it while we're here on live. But Wado said something about us being like us dealing with little brother syndrome, and I'm interested to see how he digs into what that means. But this should be interesting.
Is this Big Nick?
Say Jesus is coming and people think it's funny. But all these kids believe in tooth fairies and mummies.
I don't even know that song.
It's just corny. The way it sounds, the flow, the way they speak. Once again, I don't care about the message. It's just so funny how every single one of them just suck, or they're stealing a whole other song and just replacing the.
They suck is crazy. A lot of them are figuring stuff out, or they found what they want to do, and it's not like it's not what you like. But I think, man, the stealing thing is an issue for me personally, and I've spoken about it on my own platform multiple times, where it's like, if we're giving an offering to God through our music and we steal someone else's offering and present it as our own and say like, God bless this, God use this, I don't think that's going to be blessed. And I think you'll have to be, it's not going to be because a lot of us like to do the numbers and then say like, you know, I stepped out on faith. Like, it's God did this and that. And now we're at so and such K streams. No, you're just ambitious, dude. You're a very good businessman. You're a very good businessman. You're a very good businesswoman, but you might not be the greatest like faith-filled servant, if that makes sense. And not to say that business and faith don't correlate, because you have to have both in order to run in this industry. But when everything is more about like clicks and numbers and influence and views, you start to see corny everywhere, 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 bro. That's just me.
The words of Christian words.
Was that Austin?
Of Christian words.
Hey, hold on. Before we get started, I love Austin. Freak what you got to say about Austin. I love Austin. Austin's my dog, bro. And he has such a beautiful story, too.
They all fucking sound the same.
That's why I stopped listening to Christian
Seen
rap.
this one.
You see these earphones? This is like my 5th pair. They keep lighting on fire. I can't stop, hey, God said this
That name sounds
about
familiar.
they-
Is he? Oh my gosh, he has no shoes on. Okay. Okay. Cut that out. But respect. You do you, bro. You do you.
See what? Like, God said this is a bop. Guys, be for real. Be so fucking for real. I'm all for spreading the message, man, but this is just not the way to do it. You're driving, it's
Wow.
just so shit.
Gonna be alright.
Yeah. Hold on now.
I know he was rocking with this one.
Hold on now.
This is a lie. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna have to pray.
When this kid hit puberty, it's up, right? He's gonna be out of here, I promise. Because so far, like, he's got melody, right? He's got fun, he's got the feeling. As long as he don't let the audience and what people feel like he should do or who he should collaborate with like mess with him, that kid will be cool. I don't like his voice, just me personally, but he gonna be straight, bro. That kid gonna be fire.
I know this will go anyway, cause I wanna be with you. Lighting me up like a Pikachu. I'll be okay when I look at you.
Oh, yeah.
You give me gladness. Will you give me beauty for ashes?
Oh,
And I remember he
yeah.
reacted. This dude reacted well because it's like this kid looks like he's got no reserves on folks trying to rock with him or folks trying to like numbers wise and everything else. Like this kid, like he hasn't been tainted by that yet. You feel me? So it's very pure. It's very like I don't know. And then also like he's learning a lot. Is that Vinny? I think I would put him on the Venice too. If he was looking for like fire music, I put him on like Venice, WAP, Scooty WAP. Man, a couple names I would like if this is where he's at.
The reason
You
I
probably
don't
found
mind
some
this
cool
one kid,
folks.
this kid, because it seems like he's having fun at least. Like the
Mhm.
other guys are just like, yeah, God told me this was a bop. This is Jesus when I came in with the rocks. The rocks on my wrist, and the Jesus sacrificed himself for this
Crazy.
rich emo plane. It's like some of the shit they say is just does not make sense.
I've been on my grind, this a lift off.
It's evolving, y'all.
Last time, homie, ain't no rest
And
rush.
I said that
Running
before, bro. What does evolving mean? Are we talking about the sound? Because the sound is pretty much the same. The sound is the same as every other rap hit that's already out. Are we talking about the lyrics? All the lyrics are constantly talking about demon killing, and nothing's wrong with that. But it's like I'm running after Jesus. I'm reading my Bible every day. Like, are you ever sad? What if you wrote a song about just that? Like, I don't know. I don't like. Just it's hard to relate. I remember talking to my sister the other day, and I remember I was playing a song, and then the demon killing conversation came up. And she's not even in Christian hip hop or anything like that. She said, "What is killing a demon?" And so I kind of explained to her the idea of like what Christian hip hop calls demon killing and that kind of thing. Um, but it also had like it was tough because she ended up saying like I've never done that before, so I wouldn't listen to this because that's not something that I can relate to. And it's not just like relating to experiences, but relating to emotions where a lot more people are fighting demons rather than killing them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of wrestle. And of course, you know, there's victory and that's a longer conversation that I don't know if I want to have here on live, but I think people kind of Christian rappers, at least the ones that are not at the top of the game or the ones that everybody's already talking about or the lyricists that Jay Monty mentioned, but like the newer ones. You feel me? The newer ones, the newer coming ones are the ones that I'm like, who are you? What do you deal with? You know what I'm saying? And in one way, I think it just stems from trust. A lot of the newer generation, me included, have like trust issues. So and then also we don't know how to dig into that self awareness that creates that song that really makes you get into your bag. You feel me? Get into a space where you're really being honest and you're also really being talented. You're really using your skill. Um, I got a couple. I mean, even I think I remember the first song that ever really did that for me was "Honest to God" by Andy Mineo. That was one. When he first did it with the Logic remix, bro, the stuff he was saying was so real. I think another one was "Open Letter" by KB, where like the whole like there were three verses, and he read an open letter from the perspective of somebody else that was dealing with something, as if they had penned a letter to him. And I was like, dude, like that's so cool. I think Trip Lee has a song called "Money Up" on the Waiting Room, where it's like he was giving this perspective of having the house on the hills, and I'm gonna get my money up, and that's how I'm gonna know that I'm good. I'm gonna know that I'm straight. And then at the end of the song, he said, you know, like this feeling was starting to kind of come down on him that like he had it all, but he doesn't know what to pursue. Like he doesn't know what to chase after because now he's got paid. Now he's got the money. So it's like, what do I do now? Those ideas are something I would love to see come back. Christian hip hop in a real way, where folks are really like digging into their experiences and their emotions just as much as their faith and their devotion. You feel me?
And after Jesus got the devil pissed off. Shepherd of the sheep, gospel in the street, church like.
Oh yeah, turn that off, man. Turn that fucking shit off.
Dang.
Unpopular opinion, nothing worse than Christian rap. Like I'd rather jump at the car than listen to KB or Edda.
Not the KB. Okay, KB's cool, man. We're not doing that. No KB slander, bro. KB him, bro. NF is cool too, bro. I was an NF fan for like 2 therapy session, and I mean he's still cool. But I remember seeing that, and dude went back and like said something about it, like kind of not cleared it up, but just like kind of still in it, but still was like, okay, I see, I kind of angered the people. Let me do this church clap real. Feel me?
This sounds like a parody. I'm not even trolling. Like I've got a video
Real.
on UK Drill. That one is fucking crazy. Get ready for that one. But this sounds like a parody to me.
I should have known you were a demon muncher.
Not Geo.
Coming for your head, you're saying lover.
Nah. I'm
Wait,
I'm
what?
pissed because he didn't show the actual other part, and that song was amazing. That song from Geo, I think it was like Grand Prix or something like that. That's such a good song. This is a good song too. Folks found a way to hate on this song, but I kind of like it, bro. I kind of like it.
Oh, Vicky's jumping on it now. Guys, what is going on?
That's what my Jesus.
Oh yeah, I see you, Vicky. Some serious shit. And I hate these videos they make. Yo, I just think I dropped one of the craziest Christian raps of all time.
Not my dog Tips. Not my dog Tips. That's not cool.
Hey,
I liked it though. I
Guys.
liked it though. I liked it though.
you're just doing.
And the thing about it is, it's tougher because like this is an objective like you're just looking at the art and not necessarily the artist. Where some of these folks I know, like I know Tips, I know Patrina, I know Geo. Where it's like the people behind closed doors, they're amazing people, and he's learning. Like the thing about his whole remake thing, which I respect, is like he doesn't pretend to be the inspiration behind his music, if that makes sense. Where like if he's remaking something, folks will be told by him that he's remaking something, that he's trying to do, like he's trying to learn something. And even in my personal conversations with him, it's been like, I'm learning production. I'm trying to figure this out. And so it's like using the construct of a viral song, using the arrangement of a viral song, using the sound of a viral song to go and remake it in a way that's similar but different, to teach himself. I think that's fire. I think that's a dope way to like. And I think if Christian rap did more of that, maybe we'd get along a little better and not sound as corny, but also like because it's always Christian rap remakes. I think recently we just got into like remixing a bar song from Shabuzi. Some of them were cool, some of them were not cool, some of them were trash to me, music wise. Like, I'm not talking about them as people, but them the music wise. And it's just like I don't know. The remake conversation is something that's so played out in this space now. I just give up on it completely because I used to be on it heavy.
Doing the same thing. It's not, love God, this gimmick is corny now.
Wow.
That's the best way to put it. I love God. Listen, I'm not religious though, but I believe in God, right? It's just so shit. Like, this is the worst way to do it. They could just rap without, saying about,
You're not
about
rocking?
drugs or money or hoes or whatever, right? And it still not be corny as fuck.
I got a question for these Christians. Will they answer? Well, let's see. You made 100 songs, but still ain't call out the LGBT. How you in Christ?
It's just cringe, bro. Like, you can't listen to this. Oh, he's snapping, y'all.
True. That's that. I hate to say it. Like he's snapping in a real way that like is like talking about what's like I guess needed to be talked about in a Christian space. But like I'm not bumping that in the whip. And I feel like I'm gonna get clipped on that one for sure. Somebody's gonna find a way to turn that into a reel. Because we do that with everything.
This cross ain't light, Jesus gave his life. Yeah, my cross ain't light, my cross.
Don't be late to church. Get there a little bit early.
I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care.
What if I rapped Jesus Loves Me on IDGF by Drake? That's a long shot.
That's not real.
Oh, we're gonna try it. I got
That's
my
not
lyrics.
real.
I don't even have this thing memorized, so I gotta read it off my phone. Here we go. Yeah. Jesus love me, this I know. For the Bible tell me so. Little ones to him belong. Yeah, are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus love me. Yes, Jesus love me.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Let me know what you guys think about the Christian rap. That's been going viral on, well, not viral, but it's been popping up on Instagram and TikTok. Every
Dang.
time I see one, I'm like, whew, the new record for the worst shit I've ever heard. But yeah, once again, I have to say this again. I'm not
Wow.
dissing Christians. Obviously, I'm not fucking dissing. I don't care, man. At least get good at it, and at least like make it different, right? But for now, there's like a stereotype for whenever someone says, "Oh yeah, this is new Christian rap," I instantly don't want to listen to it. It's like Jehovah's Witness, bruv. If you guys enjoyed, I'm probably gonna get some hate on this. I don't give a fuck, respectfully. But yeah, grab your horse and twist. You're a female, give it. And I will see you guys in
No way. Yep. You're done, bro. You're done. You're done. You're done. I kind of get it though. I think I really do understand where bro's coming from, and I feel similar way. And folks will tell me how to feel about that too. But I do feel like like often right now when I say when somebody says there's new Christian rap, I don't want to listen anymore for real. Like if somebody said Christian jazz, I'm like, oh, this might be cool. This might be fire. Because like I don't feel like it's easy to copy and paste jazz. It's not easy to copy and paste. I mean, like that's why CCM is a little weird for me. They just dropped the freaking there's a song called Yahweh We Love You on the Elevation Worship album though. Shameless plug. That one's crazy. There's this, worship music can feel different sometimes. But I have yet to really feel like Christian rap is hitting like a cool pocket consistently. You feel me? But that kind of comes with territory in any musical genre. But that's also because I don't think I really like rap like that. I think I'm more of a jazz guy anyway. But let's look at these comments. I'm a Christian, even though I feel this way. Christian covers need to be stopped. I genuinely don't think they sound good. Some of them do sound decent, but a good percent of them don't sound good. Wow. I'm Christian, and this is the reason people don't take us seriously. Ridiculous. As a Christian, I don't claim these Christian rappers. Okay. Yeah, ridiculous. I low-key feel like some of them are mocking God by making Christian rap. I feel that. As a Christian, I deeply apologize for this. Ridiculous. Brother, you're listening to the wrong Christian rap. Let's see the nah, word for real. My crew is big and it keeps getting it's ridiculous. Bizzle and MT and Isaiah. Yeah, they're fire. And then Jesus. I just want to be like him. Okay. What was that, JX0? Could have played the heavyweights. Keon Boone. Keon Boone is cool. Brother Bonte. Caleb Gordon. Caleb Gordon is like play an old head and 2 kids. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Is like, dude, well, you picked the wrong ones. You picked it. Like these are the ones, and it's tough because like the legends that we see and the content that the algorithm picks out that's doing numbers or doing more numbers than that, it's not the same. So I really do feel like one, there are the super fans that are in the comments like this, but they're very rarely like this on a regular basis about Christian hip hop, if that makes sense. Like you have your one or two that you rock with, but you don't. I feel like a lot of people in Christian rap don't know their Christian rap history. So they don't know the people that came before them. They don't know how to honor the people that came before them. And therefore it's really hard for them to get the backup of like their fan base, but also um the old heads who are, around. And I think it causes them to like disrespect in a way. And I'm not shooting that at anybody else because I'm very similar. I'm still learning myself. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see folks like not sit back and learn, if that makes sense. But I did want to go to this Wado joint. This Wado where he talks about Christian rap having a little brother syndrome.
But my question
is, don't jump into it yet. Golly, it's 2 of them. Let's see what he's talking about.
But my question is, why did it matter so much to us?
Okay, he's already cooking.
I have an answer why.
Let's get the people what they want. The Wado Radio Show.
About roughly a week
on the Wado Radio Show. On the Wado Radio Show. See, one thing about me is like I've been here, bruh. I've been here for a minute. I know who Wado is. I know who these people are. And a lot of people will look at it and be like, oh, it's another old head talking about CHH, not realizing like Buddy's been in the trenches. There are a couple people that like we just wave off what they say because like they're not as connected or they're not so and so and such and such. Let's start asking them why they started disconnecting. It's not just life sometimes. It's just like the scene has gone in a direction that's like, I don't know, questionable. But talk to me, Wado.
Week and a half ago, Justin from Rapzilla, shout out to Rapzilla, posted an interview that they conducted with Jackie Hill Perry. This was around the time that she signed with Reach Records. And one of the questions that he asked her was, who do you think are, lyrically people who inspire you right now in this whole CHH space? And she basically said, I don't think Christian rap has a lot of lyricists currently. And she named Indie Tribe. She named Aha Gazelle. She named Halvey as people that she kind of looks at as, really lyrical people that she appreciates. Now, of course, people have been up in arms about it. And
no. Not people. Just Christian hip hop. Because outside of this, no one else cares. No one else cares. But it also makes sense.
Get it. I get it because, I think people have done this ad nauseum this week. There's so many people in our space who are very much lyrically inclined when it comes to bars. And I'll say this, I don't know if this is the case. I haven't talked to Jackie about it at all, but I would question how much Christian rap she really listens to. That was kind of my thing. It's just like, man, maybe she's just not listening to all of the people that we are hearing but she also may have a different perspective on what lyricism is as well.
That's another thing that is tough about this whole conversation is everybody's assuming, like, she could mean this, she could mean this, she could mean this, she could mean this, she could, like, until we at least figure out what she meant, all you can do is answer the question of what did she mean with your own answer. And that's what makes this space so toxic. Is like a lot of people do not wait long enough to get the answer. They're like, well, she meant there's no lyricist, and well, we got Bizzle, and we got we got we got that, we got KB, and we got Jay Monty, and we got Caleb Gordon, we got and it's like they weren't toting the mantle of lyricists until just now. Some of them. I know Bizzle, he been talking about how he can rap, and folks know it. Jay Monty been doing that. But a lot of them folks that kind of came out the woodwork, like, how dare you, were not even pressing the matter until it was talked about. You feel me? Whereas, like, for me, like, if somebody, like, and somebody talked to me about this when I was having a conversation with them before. They're like, what happens if someone comes out and says there's not very many good producers, or not very many great producers in this space? You would feel some type of way about it. I said, no, because my mission has never been to be the greatest producer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can, like, humbly accept when people are like, "You're crazy, bro. You go crazy. You're so crazy." Da da da. Like, bro, I know I'm gifted. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I do think John Bellion said, "For me to fake humble is a corny way to be arrogant." I'm not going to be arrogant by saying like, "Oh no, please, it's all God." Like, it's nothing of me. Like, I didn't do a thing. It's just God. Like, but it's also like I wouldn't feel a type of way because my ego's not that close to my career. My foundation, my purpose is not that close to this producing or music or anything else like that. My purpose has always been ministry. My purpose has always been people, talking to people, connecting with people. I genuinely, that's one thing about even my music. Like, you can ask anybody I've worked with. I work with people who I know, who I've texted, who I've contacted. So the placements I'm getting at all are because I'm already connected to these people. I'm already talking to these people. I'm already doing life to an extent with these people. But I'm on a rabbit trail. Go ahead, Wado.
Keep in mind, she comes from a poetry background.
Yeah.
That was very much a part of her rise to prominence. Just as an influencer, was being involved in poetry, which has a different set of rules and standards, and she may have a different lens that she's looking through. With that, she was obviously signed with Humble Beast, so it's very clear that she understands
lyricism,
what it looks like to have bars,
yeah.
Right? Now, here's the thing that I will say, though. The question that we all have to ask ourselves is, why did everyone care so much about this? Like, why did this matter so much? I mean,
exactly.
We're 11 days, 12 days later since the interview was published, and this is still probably the biggest topic amongst many people in the CHH space. And it's, why do we care so much? Why was Jackie's opinion? Because it was just that. It was her opinion. Like, truthfully, it's not right or wrong. It's her opinion. If she doesn't think there's a lot of lyricists in Christian rap, she's entitled to that. But my question is, why did it matter so much to us?
Yeah.
And I think I have an answer why. Christian rap has a little brother syndrome.
Okay.
We have been looking for validation from the world, from other large influencers, from the church, from all these different places since its inception.
True.
And we've never quite found it. And you take someone like Jackie.
I'd only disagree on the fact that I feel like we have found it. You know what I'm saying? We have found that approval. We found that we're hitting playlists. We're doing cool numbers for independent artists. You know what I'm saying? We're impacting folks on the secular side in a real way. Where, like, Sierra just did a record with Hovey. D1 just did a record with Frito Bang. Like, Lecrae's doing records with Ty Dolla $ign. It's touching what it needs to touch. I think it's the blinders. You know what I'm saying? That, like, now, is it enough? And I think that the issue is, like, the the stage, the platform is never enough for a lot of Christian artists, for a lot of Christian creatives. Where you are is never enough. It's like, okay, well, he got Sierra, he got Frito Bang, and where I'm sitting, like, I don't feel like I got everything that I'm owed with the skill that I think I have. Where I've been in that spot, like I've been producing for like 9, 10 years. You feel me? Like at least involved in music, and I've been involved in Christian hip hop for like 8. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there were a lot of things that when I started, I was like, this is going to just happen. You feel me? Like this is like folks are going to know who I am when I walk in the door, and they're going to have to show me my respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I put in this work, I put in these 10,000 hours behind the scenes, to where now I literally don't even lead with the fact that I make music. I let people find that out about me, where instead I just approach them with like who I am. If I'm at a function, I'm gonna just talk to you like a regular degular person, and then people tend to be taken aback when they realize, okay, they followed me, they're looking at my socials, they're looking at what I'm doing, and they're like, you're a producer and you're crazy. I feel like that's a much better way to live than like stressing about, does, I don't know, folk care about my stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's too much pressure. Too much pressure. But, continue.
Jackie Hill Perry, who kind of started off in the space, even though she was doing poetry. She got involved, got signed with Humble Beast, very involved with Legacy Conference, performed there on multiple occasions. And now she has ascended into this Bible teacher, author, podcaster. Her platform is massive. Influence is massive. And so when someone,
I don't even know if I like the ascended term, bro. Like, her territory has definitely been enlarged. But I think that's why people found such a issue with what she said, was because of their perception of ascension. Their perception of like, she has ascended. So like, now that she's ascended to this level, she's crapping on all of CHH. She's crapping on this whole entire situation. And I don't like, never attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance. Where it's like, I don't even think that was on her mind at the moment. I don't think this backlash, this whole situation, was on her mind when she did it. But it also does say a lot about like he did say, the how easily touchable CHH people are. And that's one thing that like I've noticed all like through the years that I've been inside this space, is like people are easily touchable, bro. Easily like angry. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And I'm doing my best not to like talk crap about the space and still uplift it, and still, I'm not the hero. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not the hero. I'm not the person who's like the Cape Crusader for Christian hip hop, and I'm gonna stand on Christian hip hop no matter what. Like I'm not that guy. But we do have problems.
someone
Ego problems.
asks her that
Because it's mostly ran by men.
question, what we really want her to do is co-sign us. And not even just overall the community, but even as individuals. And family, I've been there before. I've been there before as a DJ. I said this on one of Dayton's posts. Like, sometimes I have to catch myself because I'll see people compared to me, or people who seemingly don't think I have skills just because there's a Christian in front of what it is that I do as a DJ. And we have to watch that. We have to watch that, because ultimately what we're doing, yes, there's an element of entertainment to it. There's an element of, I want to be the best at it. I want to excel at this. There's absolutely that element. But ultimately, what is our goal? What is our mission? What is our mindset? What are we really trying to accomplish? Are we trying to reach people for a specific cause because we want to help introduce them or encourage them or inspire them to continue to follow Jesus Christ? Or do we have some other motives? And I don't think it's always either or. I think sometimes it's in the middle. It's in the gray area. There's a mix of both in there.
Not even just sometimes. I do feel like oftentimes, like almost 100% of the time, just shows the actual leaders and faces of CHH and all. His name better, great reminder for an artist like myself. Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's man. I think that's a false ceiling too. And that might just be me and my perspective as a music producer. But I was just talking to somebody who's a legend to me in this space. He's been in this space for years. Part of a record label that's like one of the top Christian hip hop record labels. I was having a conversation with him where I was just like, a lot of the younger generation feels like the older generation has taken off and left us behind. So it's like we now we got to figure everything out and do everything ourselves. They don't think that you're going to turn around and kind of give a helping hand and want to push certain artists and want to push us, but also have integrity. And we can't we'll be able to trust you to not like steal things from us and do weird things under our noses and that kind of thing. And for me, like, that's a false ceiling. For me, I kind of adopted this mindset through my life. That, like, I'm just gonna trust you first. And if you I'll trust you first and let you tell me whether I should trust you again. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can do that. That's something that I even had to work on. But a lot of people would say like that's an easy way to get hurt. It's like because hurts will happen. I don't want to live a life full of hurt avoidance. And so for me, like it's been very easy for me to go up to these legends, to go up to these like CHH leaders and faces and just be straight up with them and be like, I rock with you, or this is a situation that I'm feeling and dealing with concerning my relationship with you and everything else. And even if it's not right away, it typically comes out in the wash. You know what I'm saying? It comes out just in naturally being in relationship with that person. But I think it's a weird issue where like folks in CHH don't know how to show honor. So the old heads, quote unquote, are doing this ascension. This younger generation, this generation that feels left behind, is feeling like these old heads have left us alone, so they are not worthy of honor. They're not worthy of us saying these people matter and these people are like, they're good on their pedestal. We're excited for them. We're happy for them. And so it leans into a level of dishonor that I think the older generation sees and says, like, what the heck? We paved the way. We still want to be a part of paving the way. Like, why are you mad? Why? How dare you be mad? And it creates this weird, it's assumptions all around. It's assumptions all around that has created this false split between old CHH and new CHH that I don't think needs to exist at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, some of that is like theological disputes and ways that people see the world and that kind of thing. But I also think that's not a valid reason not to be in community. You feel me? Not to like to be like shunning somebody. You feel me? There's a lot of Christian rappers that I've seen their theology or the things that they talk about, and I'm like, I don't think I rock with that. And I think there's a lot of things in scripture that will probably point to the opposite of that being the truth and the reality. But also at the end of the day, I'm called to, as much as lies within me, live peaceably with all men. So it's like, if I want peace, I'm going to do my best to honor you, to make sure you're valuable to me. And not just valuable to me in the sense of there is something that I can get from you, but more valuable to me in the sense that like there is something that I see in you that inspires me. There is something that I see in you, whether it's your tenacity and your wrongness or the strength of your rightness, like all of it. For me, use it as inspiration. Everybody finding a way to get upset, and it's also because, Christian rap doesn't pay a lot of bills, and it not paying a lot of bills can get people sometimes in a bunch because money and politics, man.
And I think we have to watch that side of our flesh because when we think about what God has put in us and what he expects out of us, God never told us to go out and build a platform. He told us to go out and be faithful over the gifts and talents that he has given us. And I think far too often we get focused on the latter. What's going to help put me in front of people faster? What's going to help me do this quicker? What's going to help me blow up? What's going to help me figure out and trick the algorithm? What's going to help me do that? And I'm not saying we shouldn't be smart as serpents, wise as doves. I'm not saying that. But if that's the focus, if that's the key, we may have missed it. We may have missed it, family. And so when I go back to this conversation, and this is not a new conversation, right? We think back to when Lecrae started saying, I'm not a Christian rapper. We think back to when Andy Mineo said, man, Christian rap was corny back then. And we think back to these leaders in our space, these people with large platforms, and what we really want them to do is co-sign what we do. Yikes. What we really want them to do is big up and champion what we do.
That's true.
When in reality, are we focused enough on, am I being faithful to what God has called me to do?
For surely. And I'd also say this, like, stop looking for a champion, look for a teacher. Where it's like, if they think Christian rap is corny, maybe ask them why. Maybe ask them, like, sonically, you know, what can I be doing better to make my stuff not corny? You know what I'm saying? Let's pretend like they're right for a second before we automatically go to, you're a hater, you've ascended, you're wrong. Let's take the, like, if you are right, then what? Like, what changes? What do we do? And that, like, for me, that's the end all be all of whether or not I'll continue to have a conversation with you. Because if you ask that question and a legend or a leader or a face doesn't have an answer, then they're just a hater. And they have no intentions of seeing this space do well at all. But a lot of these guys, when you go and you talk to them, and I'm saying this because I've had conversations with some of these folks that have said this or that feel this or that are the big heads in the industry, in the Christian hip hop industry, the folks who are having the conversations with the labels, with the playlists, with the executives, and this is what they're coming back with. Most of them have an answer to that question. Most of them have an answer to that question. So when you hear something like that, it's like, well, why? And don't be offended asking why. Don't be defensive asking why. But like why do you think that? You know, what's this? What do you think would make this more authentic? What do you think? And I think even Derek Minor, I think I'm gonna play the video on here in a second. But just talking about, like, we don't need better marketing. We don't need better music. We don't need better sounds. You know, we just need to be able to get in touch with God. And I think even that, like, he's not an old head. I know I mess with him a lot, but he's a legend to me. And like, if you know your history, he would be a legend to you, because then you would know how much he means to this space. And listening to him and what he has to say means a lot. It means a lot. You feel me? And if you're willing to listen to these guys, you will find that you'll have the stepping stones to becoming the person you're trying to be in this space. Not just spiritually, but also like ascension wise, if that makes sense. Honor will get you so much further, whatever one you want to call it. It'll get you closer to that goal than you realize, because you'll realize that when you show honor, the goalpost moves to, instead of wanting to be in the room with he and her and she and them and wanting them to validate you and co-sign you and everything else, it actually turns into, like, I just want to serve these folks. I just want to be around these folks. I just want to talk to these folks and get to know these folks. No features, no collabs, no favors, asking for not a thing. Just want to be around these folks. That's what changed the game, even for me. Where now when I meet people, like, it's never, and it's tough because some of these people I desperately want to work with. I would be honest with you, KB is one of the folks who, like, I learned about Christian rap from KB. And I've met him on multiple occasions where I've just like in my head have been screaming like, dog, let's work. Let's get something done, man. Let's please. You don't know how much you mean to me. You don't know how much you mean to my faith and my faith walk and everything else. But it has also like turned into just in communion with the Holy Spirit, just saying, what's up, bruh? And he'll hit me with sometimes like a, do I know you from somewhere? And it's funny because folks get offended by that too. Do I know you from somewhere? Like, who are you? And automatically, like, how dare he not know who I am? I've been at this show for so and so and such and such, or I've been in this space for so and like, how dare they not know who I am? Do you know how insecure that sounds? In that, I agree with Wado. How dare they not know who I am? And then all your music is, you're gonna know who I am. You're gonna know who I am. You're gonna know who God is. And I got this ice on my wrist, and like, huh? Who's it about? And I'm not saying it all has to be God or it all has to be you, to pick a side, but at least be genuine. It's not ever all God and all you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one or the other. Doesn't mean you have no space in an all God space, but please, bruh, figure it out. Sit still and maybe be quiet long enough to figure it out. We don't need your music, bro. We need your ministry.
Whether I reach 5 people, 50 people, 5,000 people, 5 million people, am I still being faithful, or am I caught up in the numbers?
Hello.
Am I caught up in the politics? Am I caught up in the recognition? Those are the things that we have to ask ourselves. And even if you're not involved in the space, maybe you're a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, an educator, a politician. Are you focused on being faithful to the things that God has called you to do? Or are you focused on how much money I made? How big my house is?
Yikes.
How influential I am in the company or organization? The next promotion? Because what I have found in my life is the seasons where I am the most focused on being faithful, that's when the promotion and the elevation comes.
Talk about it.
That's when God says, you know what? I can trust Wade because he's focused on the things that I want him to be focused on.
Oh my gosh. That's such a real concept that I've been trying to push into the folks that I can, the folks who will listen, is like God being able to trust you. Where it's like, can he trust? And Darius Daniels said it, bro. The highest form of trusting God can give you is when he trusts you with trouble. Where it's like, can your life look like crap and you still be trustworthy? You know what I'm saying? And you not get out of character. You not look at the bills that need to be due or the numbers that you're not doing and turn ambitious instead of being faithful. Where it's like, now you're ambitiously chasing numbers. You're ambitiously doing these things where God's like, I can't trust you to have a low. I can't trust you to have a lull in your numbers because then you'll panic and do something I didn't tell you to do. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Talk to him, Wado.
And my question for you today is, can God say that about your life right now? Hey, family, thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave us a comment. Would love.
It's hard. I'm going to close this and throw it up, man. Close this and throw it up because I love this. I love that Wado's back, too. I missed it. How long was he gone for? Because I know there was a time where it was just nothing. Not a post, not a thing. Yeah. 2 years. 2 years, and about 5 months ago, he just came back. Shout out Wado, man. Shout out Wado. Shout out Balarkey. Video was good, man. Video was good. We got work to do, man. We got work to do as a community. But we got to do it as a community, you feel me? I'll be well, man.